Member Ian Lees-Galloway.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. This is my first opportunity to take part in the debate on the Land Transport, Road Safety and Other Matters Amendment Bill. And of course, one of the other matters to do with road safety that we believe is missing from this piece of legislation is the reduction of the adult blood alcohol limit from 0.08 to 0.05. This is a measure which has massive amounts of support out in the public. It is beyond me, actually, Mr Chair, from the National Party, who are normally so poor in showing leadership, who fail to advance issues unless it's been focus grouped to within an inch of its life, that they can't look at the public support for a measure like reducing the blood alcohol limit to one that will actually capture people who are impaired and will actually bring down that limit to a point where you have to be under a level at which you are impaired and to be on the road. I can't believe, given the amount of public support out there, that in this bill that measure hasn't been advanced because that's what the National Party is all about. It's what Conservative politics is all about, is sort of waiting until somebody else tells you what to do. And the public have told the government what to do. They would love to see this bill having a focus on reducing accidents caused by drunk drivers by having that level reduced. But it's not there. And I suppose one of the other matters, the title refers to road safety and other matters. One of the other matters is the fact that this is one of the few occasions where Stephen Joyce has been rolled. Stephen Joyce runs that cabinet, everybody knows that, but this is one of the few occasions that Stephen Joyce has actually been rolled. Stephen Joyce came out and said it was ridiculous that he could drink the amount required to get to 0.08 and still be able to drive. But what happened? Typical Conservative politics, the government got scared. The government got scared that there was going to be some sort of public backlash, and I don't know where they thought this public backlash was going to come from because the support for this measure is overwhelming. But the government got scared and they backed out, even though Stephen Joyce, the man who's always looking after the optics, the man who runs that cabinet, he got rolled, and that's why that particular measure has been removed from this bill. I'd like to pick up on Jackie Blue's point about FebFast. Yeah, it's fantastic. The news out today that FebFast raised $100,000 for youth alcohol programs, but $100,000 is unfortunately a drop in the bucket for what is actually required. And I note that the Select Committee, in reporting back on the Land Transport, Road Safety and Other Matters Amendment Bill, saw early intervention and greater public health measures to support people with alcohol problems and to support drink drivers to kick alcohol problems. They saw that as a real positive, but they felt that it was something that should fall outside of this bill. This is about road safety and other matters. One of those other matters could have been more support for drug and alcohol services, but the Select Committee said no, this fell outside of the purview of this bill. But the truth is, the cuts that we are seeing from this government to the health service in New Zealand means that those services will not be available, and we will not be able to tackle the problem of recidivist drink driving. There's great larger prison sentences, and we can put a few more people into prison, but in terms of actually tackling the problem, not only has the government failed to do that in this bill, but in the other activities that the government is undertaking and cutting money for health services, this government is making sure that there will be... Sorry? Who? Anyway, the words got back to head office. Anyway, Mr Speaker, the member opposite would like to talk about the campaign in Palmerston North. We can have plenty of opportunities to talk about that some other time, but let's talk about the Land Transport, Road Safety and Other Matters Amendment Bill. Let's talk about that bill. Because it is clear that the National Party... Order. I tell you what, if this member wants to talk about asset sales, so that's what the member wants to talk about, we can.
I call the honourable member Kelvin